talking about like being on the other side of the punch, like when you won against Robbie Lawler with one punch, UFC championship, you know, you dedicated your whole life for that moment. What was that like, man? Because you have that one punch.
That was hard for me because Robbie was my dog.
Yeah.
Robbie was my homie. And we was on the same team. We both was American Top Team. I always wanted to be the first one that brought gold back to the team because I was with the team since 2005, never switched up sides. Was American Top Team since day one. Robbie joined the team, welcome, open arms, everybody fuck with Robbie. How can you not? And then we got to the point where we was in the crosshairs. They wanted us to fight. And I said I would only fight a teammate if it was a world championship at stake. And I was like, man, you never know when you can get another chance. The UFC don't really, it's not about a ranking system. It's not about what you did lately. It's not about how good you are. It's if people give a fuck about watching this fight. That's all it is. You fought in a fight and you won that fight that people gave a fuck about watching, and then you became a champion after that fight.
Yep.
Right?
How do you separate the two when you go to fight someone that's like your best friend? How do you go into war like that?
I gotta knock him out because he fucking is a gremlin and he was gonna do it to me. And he's a brawler. You can't second guess. You can't think. You got to be the alpha male. If you wait, then he's gonna run you down because everybody's waiting to see when two people enter the alpha male, we're waiting to see what the other motherfucker gonna do. So I felt like the times I've done best is when I just said fuck it. I just draw the cross. Even if I don't hit you, if I swing hard enough and you feel the gust of wind go by, or I hit your glove, you're gonna feel my power no matter what. At that point in time, fighters will either step up and like, all right, let's fucking go. And I've had those guys too. Carlos Condit was like that. I knocked him across the fucking ring like he was on a ratchet doing a stunt. And then he shook it off and he walked straight forward. And I already knew what kind of fight I was gonna be in before. I can tell at the weigh-in what kind of fight I'm gonna be in. So I just kind of fluctuate. When I know it's gonna be a war, I'm ready for a war. When I know it's somebody that haven't really figured me out, then I know how to press the gas on them.
And you guys had to like separate coaches, right, and teams?
Yeah, we separated coaches, separated teams. I didn't even train at ATT. They wanted us both to train in the same gym. One coach accused my coach of filming them and tracking. We don't even do that because we take pride in figuring out the Rubik's Cube ourselves. So I trained in Rufus Sport in Milwaukee. My coach, Dean Thomas, came there with me. He was a champion, so I gave him a respect. He had the ATT headquarters. He did his thing. They made it kind of like personal, but for me, that was like emotion show. It showed me that he was kind of pressed. Yeah. So I focused more on the fight. I focused more on proving everybody. I mean, he was a fighter of the year back-to-back. His fight against Carlos Condit and Roy McDonald win. I ain't never seen that much fucking blood and people getting their head knocked off. It was rock 'em, sock 'em with chaos in there. So after those two fights, I didn't fight in 18 months. You know what I mean? He was two-time fighter of the year. Is unheard of in our sport. Him and Conor, and maybe, I think those are the only two that got it back-to-back out of every fighter. And then he didn't land one punch. In 60 seconds, he was out of there. So, like, when people look at what I've done in the sport and how I did it, like, nobody was beating Warner Boy. Nobody was beating Damian Maia. Nobody was beating Robbie Lawler. Nobody was beating Darren Till. And it was always me proving everybody wrong every time versus just trying to show I was the best.
Jake, would you be able to do that? Like, for a championship fight one of your really good friends?
Bro, I'm about to fight Logan.
That's funny.
What? Yeah, I think we want to do that. I think we should do that. But just because no one's ever done it.
I definitely think you should. I just think
I think it's a sport.
When one of y'all coming to fight some MMA?
It is a sport. What?
When one of y'all coming over to fight some MMA?
I got an announcement coming soon. I can just tease that.
Right.
That I'm working.
I'm wondering. We doing all this boxing. I like it.
I'm working with
kicking, stop shots, but I want to see the other side.
I'm working with a big organization right now on a whole thing in MMA that also has to do with me fighting, and we're gonna have a announcement soon because I want to do it. And Javier Mendez said he would train me, so I'll go to AKA. I probably need like a year and a half to get the kicks down. I already know jiu-jitsu.
Why you gonna throw the kicks?
What? That sound good to somebody grab your arm.
So why you gonna throw the kicks?
Don't throw kicks. Just punch.
You don't have to. You can.
I mean, I want to know. I want to be able to do everything in there. At least checking kicks. I know how to wrestle already.
Because
I seen niggas
everybody
get
hit me up and be like, they want me to fight one of the people that are doing boxing and MMA. I never thought about that.
Call someone out. Who do you want?
Yeah, you got the platform right now. Whoever
think
wanted can get
Right
it.
now, I
This
just
I
want
know.
to
I
fight.
wanted to call
I just
you
want to
out.
fight and be active and have fun and fight big fights with big promotion. I don't want to fight Ren and Stimpy. Like, I feel like after fighting you a couple times and just fighting at some of the biggest arenas and winning titles, I feel like for me at this part of my life, I want to just be. I want to feel like the person can probably beat me, and I want to just be pumped up.
How do
I
you
want
feel?
other people to be pumped
Yeah,
up.
and someone's got to come with the bag, like
Yeah.
proving that you can sell hundreds of thousands of pay-per-views.
Well, now that I know Tyron ain't about to put me in the headlock, you know.
I mean, don't ever not think. You
Hey,
never
you
know.
never
I'm always
know.
ready.